like a snail.
Welcome to the slime side. As you know by now, there are lots of different African land snail species, and this is the Archachatina Marginata, Suturalis, and today we're gonna prepare a aquarium that we have left over. It's this aquarium. We're gonna prepare it for this species because every species you need to be keeping differently. They're not all the same. Giant African land snails come in different species, and all of them have to be kept totally differently. So we're gonna prepare a aquarium today for exactly this species. You know, it's like in Harry Potter magical wand thing. It's Archachatina Marginata Suturalis.
We're gonna start with this leftover aquarium, and we're gonna put in this drainage. It's like clay balls or something like that, and they absorb the water that would be in the soil. And this species, like most Archachatina species, need a more drier soil. So on top of this drainage balls, I put a fleece.
If you don't know how high the soil should be, there's like a little hack you can use. If your snail is completely covered in soil, it's the right height of the soil because they need to lay eggs, and they're gonna do that inside of the soil, or under the soil. So you can just take your snail and measure the height of the soil, and as you can see, we need a lot more than what is actually inside right now. So let's go.
On top of the fleece, we're gonna put soil, and we use cocoa fiber. So very small grinded cocoa fiber. So actually it's cocoa without the fiber. Then we put in grinded oyster shells. That works as a calcium source to get the pH level of the soil up and to make it more neutral and not so acidy. That prevents the house of the snail that it looks time worn over the years. And the right soil and the drainage and the high humidity is actually the most important. So now we put some isopods in. We call them Fred the isopod. They gonna clean the enclosure so you don't have to do it. Then of course a cork tube is very good because they also keep the humidity in. And snails only feel comfortable when they have hiding spots. Then of course plants and some fern. Fern is always good because it's from the rainforest and it also keeps the humidity in. Some moss, but not too much. The white crumbly thing next to the bath is oyster grinded. We just put them there because they also like to eat it. Sweet potato, always good for almost every land snail we have. Some proteins, I think that's grinded shrimps. Yes, they live better than some humans do. Then some cuttlefish bone, also for calcium sources. It's always good to have different calcium sources. Then, of course, dried leaves. That's also one of the most important things because they produce something to keep also the fungus away. Those are catappa leaves. They're very good, especially for that.
This was helpful for you, and if you like to keep the Archachatina Marginata Suturalis, then you can also check our shop. We sell them in different colors. Also, we have some are imports and some are the ones we bred. Babies we sell, and some are from our category Adopt a Snail. So a lot of people send us snails also. Sometimes kindergartens don't like to keep them anymore, or schools, or somebody found them or so. So they send to us and we resell. We check if they're okay, if they're sick or not. And if they're okay, we're going to resell them. And so it's called Adopt a Snail, the category. And you can see in our shop. If you're from the United States, I'm sorry, but we cannot ship to the United States because it's illegal there. In Europe, all cool, we can ship all through Europe. And I hope this video was helpful for you. See you next time on the Slime Side of Life.
Dance like a snail. Dance like a snail.